Have you ever stopped to think about how shoes are made? From the sneakers we wear every day to the boots that keep our feet warm in the winter, shoes play a big part in our lives. But have you ever wondered what goes into making them? Behind every pair of shoes is a huge factory working non-stop to create them. And get this, one of these factories makes an incredible 100,000 shoes every single day. That's a lot of shoes. In this video, we're going to take you inside one of the busiest shoe factories in the world. Ever wondered how such a massive operation works? How do they make so many shoes? And how does everything come together? Well, you're about to find out. If you're curious to learn about how shoes go from sketches to the store shelves, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends who love learning about how things are made. Let's dive in and take a closer look at this incredible process. Number 1. The factory. A giant operation. When you picture a shoe factory, you might imagine a few people putting shoes together by hand, but in reality, it's much more complex, especially in large-scale operations. These factories are huge, often covering hundreds of thousands of square feet. Inside, you'll find a combination of advanced machines, skilled workers, and a highly organized production line that runs non-stop. The goal? To produce 100,000 shoes every single day. The factory is divided into different departments, with each team focusing on a specific part of the shoemaking process. From cutting the materials to stitching and assembling, every step is handled by experts. The process is incredibly well coordinated, with machines and workers working together seamlessly. This organized system ensures the factory hits its daily target while maintaining high quality and speed. It's a perfect example of how teamwork and technology can create shoes in massive quantities, all while making sure they're ready for the market. Number 2. The design phase. Creating the blueprint. Before any shoes are made, it all begins with an idea, the design. Designers at the factory work closely with brands to come up with new styles that will grab attention in the market. They start by sketching the shoes, deciding on materials, colors, and special details like stitching patterns or unique soles. This phase is all about creativity. Designers get inspiration from many sources like the latest fashion trends, pop culture, or even futuristic ideas. Once they finalize a design, they create prototypes, test versions of the shoes. These prototypes are made to check how the shoes look, how they feel, and if they're comfortable and durable. The goal is to make sure the shoes not only look great, but also meet high standards for quality and comfort. It's a careful mix of art and science that helps create shoes people will love to wear. Number 3. Material selection, choosing the right ingredients. Once the design is finalized, the next important step is choosing the right materials. The quality of the shoe depends a lot on the materials used, so this part is very important. Common materials include leather, rubber, fabric, and foam. These materials are sourced from different parts of the world. For example, leather might come from tanneries in Italy, while rubber could be imported from places like Southeast Asia. Each material is carefully picked to make sure the shoes are not only stylish, but also strong and comfortable. Inside the factory, large warehouses store all these materials, ready to be used on the production lines. At this stage, workers cut and prepare the materials to match the design specifications. They need to be precise to ensure that each shoe meets the high-quality standards set by the design team. This careful preparation helps create shoes that look good and last a long time. Number 4. Cutting and shaping the materials. Once the materials are ready, the next step is cutting them into the right shapes. This is done using large, high-tech cutting machines. These machines use sharp blades to carefully cut leather, fabric, and other materials into the pieces needed for the upper parts of the shoes. It's a precise process. Even a small mistake in cutting could mess up the whole production. That's why skilled workers keep a close eye on these machines, making sure every piece is cut accurately. For more detailed or complex designs, some materials might even be hand-cut by workers to ensure everything is perfect. After the cutting is done, the pieces are sorted and prepared for the next step, putting the shoe together. This stage is crucial because each piece has to fit perfectly to create a shoe that looks great and fits well. It's all about making sure the shoes are ready to be assembled into something that's both beautiful and functional. Number 5. Assembling the shoe, putting it all together. Now comes the exciting part, putting the shoes together. This is called the assembly stage. It's where all the pieces come together to make a full shoe. First, workers take the cut pieces from earlier and begin stitching them. The upper part of the shoe, like the toe, sides, and heel, is sewn carefully to make sure everything fits just right. In many big factories, machines help with a lot of the work, but skilled workers are still very important. They check that the stitching is neat and that all the parts are joined properly. Once the upper part is done, it's time to attach it to the sole. This step uses strong glue and stitching to make sure the shoe stays together. After that, the shoes go through something called lasting. This means the shoe is placed on a mold or a foot-shaped form to help it keep its shape. This gives the shoe its final look and fit. Number 6. Adding the finishing touches, details that make the shoe shine. At this point, the shoes are almost finished, but they still need a few final touches. This part is all about the small details that make each shoe special. Workers add things like laces, labels, and decorations, such as buckles or logos. These touches help show the shoe's style and brand. Next comes the quality check. Each pair of shoes is carefully checked by workers. They look for problems like loose stitches, scratches, or anything else that doesn't look right. If a shoe has a mistake, it's sent back to be fixed before it can move on. After passing the check, the shoes are cleaned and polished. This step makes sure they look their best before being sent out. Finally, the shoes are packed carefully in boxes so they don't get damaged during shipping. These final steps are very important to make sure every shoe that leaves the factory looks great and is ready to wear. Number 7, the role of automation in modern factories. The shoe factory we're talking about is not just full of people, it also uses smart machines. In big factories that make around 100,000 shoes a day, many tasks are done by machines. These machines cut, stitch, and help put the shoes together. Robots move parts from one area to another, and conveyor belts carry the shoes along the line. This helps the work go faster and with fewer mistakes. But people are still very important. Skilled workers check the machines, fix problems, and handle the more detailed parts. It's the teamwork between humans and machines that makes everything work smoothly. Number 8, how the factory meets the demand. To make 100,000 shoes a day, the factory works non-stop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The workers take turns in shifts, so the production line never stops. This way, the factory stays busy all the time, and the work keeps moving smoothly. Even though each shoe is made with care, it only takes a few hours to turn raw materials into a finished pair. The factory works in large batches. Instead of making just one shoe at a time, they make hundreds or even thousands together. This saves time and helps them keep up with big orders from stores all over the world. It's a smart system that helps them make a lot of shoes, fast and with good quality. Number 9, the logistics of shipping, getting shoes to the stores. Once the shoes are made, the next big step is getting them to the people who need them. In a factory that makes 100,000 shoes every day, shipping and delivery are super important. The factory works with different shipping companies to send shoes quickly to stores or straight to customers. The shoes are packed in big boxes and sent out by trucks, ships, or even airplanes. It takes a lot of teamwork to make this happen. The people in the factory, warehouse workers, and delivery partners all work together to make sure everything runs smoothly. With so many shoes to ship, the factory must keep everything moving without delays. This helps make sure orders are sent on time and customers stay happy. Number 10, how the factory handles sustainability. With so many shoes being made every day, it's clear that big factories can have an impact on the environment. But the good news is many shoe factories are now trying to be more eco-friendly and reduce the harm they cause. They understand the need to take care of the planet while still making great shoes. Some factories now use materials that are better for the environment, like recycled fabrics or natural rubber. Others try to save water by recycling it during production. Many are also working on reducing waste, so fewer things are thrown away. Even the energy they use is changing, and some factories use solar panels or wind power instead of regular electricity. While there's still a long way to go, it's nice to see that many companies are trying to make their factories greener. It's a step in the right direction for the future of both shoes and our planet. Wow, making 100,000 shoes a day is truly incredible, right? It takes a huge team of designers, workers, machines, and logistics experts all working together to create high-quality shoes at such a large scale. From the first design to when they're ready to ship, every single step is crucial to make sure the shoes are not just stylish, but also durable and comfortable. It's really amazing how technology and human effort come together to make all this possible. Next time you slip on a fresh pair of shoes, take a moment to think about all the hard work and creativity that went into making them. If you enjoyed this look behind the scenes of shoemaking, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends who would love to know how shoes are made. And I'd love to hear from you. Which part of the shoemaking process did you find the most interesting? Let me know in the comments.